Welcome to the commemoration of the 70th anniversary of the Ohio Turnpike. We are very pleased that you are here today joining us on the grounds of the administration building of the Ohio Turnpike and Infrastructure Commission. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Rick Gluzek. I am very honored to be your Master of Ceremonies today for this very special occasion. What a turnout here today. Chairman, Ferzan, I do want to dispel one rumor. You will not be receiving a prepaid Easy Pass transponder in your gift bag today. Just wanted to make that clear, but we're happy you're here. At this time, I'd like to invite a group of military veterans employed by the Commission and the Ohio State Highway Patrol on stage to lead us off with the Pledge of Allegiance. Joining me on stage are Brian Newbacher, United States Marine Corps, Christopher Hruby, United States Navy, Chuck Tamblin, United States Air Force, and Sergeant Ryan Purpura, Ohio Air National Guard.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Once again, Brian Newbacher, United States Marine Corps, Christopher Hruby, United States Navy, Chuck Tamblin, United States Air Force, and Sergeant Ryan Purpura, Ohio Air National Guard. Thank you, gentlemen, and thank you very much for your service to this country. On behalf of the Commission, I'd like to acknowledge a number of elected officials and other guests with us in the audience today. Please stand and be recognized as I call your names. Mayor Darrell Kinston from the city of Brecksville. Mayor Larry Aniskevich from the city of North Royalton. Mayor Lawrence Cunningham from Windham Village. Mayor Edward Kinston from the Village of Pioneer, who served as a member of the Commission from 2005 to 2012. Berea City Council President Jim Maxwell and his fellow council members, Mary Kay Brown and Chris McManus. Lucas County Commissioner Anita Lopez. Cuyahoga County Engineer David Ray. Lucas County Engineer Mike Panuski. Mahoning County Engineer Patrick Gannetti. Portage County Engineer Larry Jenkins Jr. Sandusky County Engineer Carlos Baez. Trumbull County Engineer David DeCristofaro. Chair of Newton Township Trustees Peter Augusta. Shalersville Township Trustee Frank Ruhr Jr. Homestead Township Trustee Tom Cole. Now please welcome members of our commission. Vice Chair, Mrs. Sandy Barber. Secretary Treasurer Guy Coviello. Colleen Shea Murray. June Taylor. Kimberly Murnex. Jane Timken. Araz Gambari. And Pam Boriton, who also serves as the Director of the Ohio Department of Transportation. Also with us here today, we have former members of the Commission, Dr. Jack Marchbanks, Jeff Armbruster, Myron Peckish, and David Regula. We have, and Joe Baylog. There's Joe. We have former executive directors here with us today. Misters Alan Johnson, Gary Suladolnik, Rick Hodges, and Randy Cole. From Governor Mike DeWine's office, Caitlin Fliss. From Senate President Rob McCauley's office, Luann Cook. From Secretary of State Frank LaRosa's office, Dustin Russell. And from Auditor Keith Faber's office, Dawn Baker. Let's recognize more of guests who made the trip to Berea today. Colonel Charles Jones, Superintendent of the Ohio State Highway Patrol. Along with Lieutenant Colonel Chuck Linick. Deputy Director Nick Ciofani from our sister Northeast Ohio agency, the Ohio Lottery Commission. Christine Connell from the Consulate General of Canada. Tabitha Vanny from Teamsters Local 436. I'd also like to thank the leaders from our metropolitan planning agencies. Curtis Baker from AMATS. Jim Kinnick from Eastgate. Sandy Spang from Temacog. And Grace Galucci from Nowaka. I'd also like to give a shout out to all our contractors, first responders, and towing operators who are with us today. We could not operate without you. Please raise your hands and be recognized. We also have some employees from the past. Will you please raise your hands and be recognized? I saw former CFO Marty Seekley, former Internal Audit Director David Miller, and former Director of Administration Robin Carlin. All of you, past and present, have contributed many achievements throughout the years and make us all Turnpike proud. Oh, and former Chief Engineer Tony Iacobucci. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'd like to introduce the Executive Director of the Ohio Turnpike Commission, Mr. Ferzan Ahmed.
Good afternoon, everyone. Rick, thank you for leading us off. Great job. What do you think? Does Rick have the right voice for this? Sure does. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor for me to represent the Commission and the nearly 800 employees who maintain our infrastructure and take care of our customers and our communities. And how about the Berea Mid-Park High School Marching Band? There are 60 of these young musicians with us today. They are awesome, and their band director, Mr. Brett Benson, thank you so much. Sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, today and every day we are Turnpike proud. Turnpike proud is our motto. We take pride in our work each and every day. And the Ohio Turnpike is known as one of the best and safest roads in our country. And this is because of the great work done by our employees. I thank all of our employees for their dedicated work. Without you guys, we wouldn't have a turnpike. Our vision is set by our commission members. Without your guidance and support, we would not be able to complete our mission. On behalf of the entire team, I thank our great commission members. Thank you. Thank you. The Ohio Turnpike offers tremendous value. It is a safe and efficient transportation route and a major employer with many engineering and construction jobs supported through our capital investment program. This year, our investment in our infrastructure is almost $320 million. Many consultants, vendors, and contractors are here today. Thank you for your hard work in keeping our road and facilities in top condition. Safety is our top priority, and let me share an example of how our operations are geared around making the turnpike safer. Responding to an incident is one of the key factors in maintaining safe roads. We measure the time from when a call is received into our radio room until an incident responder arrives on the scene. Last month, our average response time was under 12 minutes. Let's find something better than that anywhere. We track our crash rates. The crash rate on the Ohio Turnpike is less than 0.6 crashes per million miles traveled. Within our work zones, we have worked hard to minimize crashes, and the Ohio State Highway Patrol has increased work zone citations. I would like to give a special shout out to our extended family, the Ohio State Highway Patrol, and all of our first responders. Many of them are here today. Today, the Turnpike is 70 years of age, and about 2/3 of our base pavement is still original. And we are working on replacing the base pavement so that future generations will continue to have a smooth and safe road to travel. Earlier this year, our Tiffin River Service Plaza in West Unity, Ohio, in Williams County was named the first place winner of the top 100 truck stops in America by TruckerPath, a mobile app used by over 1 million truckers in North America. It's a reflection on our 14 service plazas and the team members, internal and external, who operate them. And speaking of awards and recognition, the International Bridge, Tunnel, and Turnpike Association, which is the worldwide association for toll facility owners, operators, and businesses, recently announced the winners of the 2025 Toll Excellence Awards. We won the Toll Excellence Award in the Customer Service and Marketing category for launching a rapid multimedia campaign to combat text scammers impersonating toll agencies. We all remember those scams from a few months ago. The Commission's campaign restored customer confidence and served as a model for toll agencies worldwide. The Commission has received other international awards in the past, including a 2021 Toll Excellence Award for developing our organizational metrics. We measure and track safety, quality of work life, customer experience, system conditions, and financial stewardship. As we look to the future, our focus will emphasize safety, convenience, and value. And I would like to share some of our current and upcoming initiatives, starting with safety. Starting next year, we will add dynamic overhead message signs and additional cameras to give us a better operational view of the road. We will also use variable speed limit corridors geared towards increasing customer safety. We are in the planning stages of phasing in 8 new maintenance buildings over the next few years. The current facilities are 70 years young. I don't like the word old. When the Turnpike was built, we had 2 lanes of traffic in each direction. Currently, we have 160 miles in each direction of 3 lanes of traffic, therefore, a much larger snowplow fleet. The new facilities will help us continue our remarkable record of clearing snow and ice. Ready for this? Clearing snow and ice in less than 60 minutes from when a storm ends. Great job by the maintenance. For convenience, we have a number of projects coming up. The Ohio Turnpike is the highest freight carrier in Ohio and the second highest freight carrier in the country. The volume of freight and therefore number of trucks is expected to increase. Therefore, plans are being developed to add more parking spaces at key service plazas. Most of our service plazas have EV charging infrastructure, and chargers are being planned for the ones that do not. Our customer service representatives are known for their helpful and kind attitude, and we are planning to deploy artificial intelligence technology to help enhance the customer service and reduce call waiting times. Last year, we launched open road tolling, enabling EasyPass customers to travel nonstop at highway speeds across the entire turnpike. We are now making it easier for customers with unpaid invoices to pay their tolls through Venmo and other applications. Value. Our commission members have empowered us to provide the best possible roadway conditions and improve safety and convenience while maintaining the lowest toll rates in the region. EasyPass saves our customers both time and money, with savings up to 33% on tolls compared to high-cost cash-paying customers. Since 2009, EasyPass customers have saved close to, $1 billion. Sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, not just in our great nation, but throughout the world, the Ohio Turnpike and Infrastructure Commission has a reputation for being one of the best roads and organizations. I thank all the former and current employees, the former executive directors, former commission members, and our current commission members for their contributions. And I thank all of you for being here with us to celebrate today. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our Executive Director, Ferzan Ahmed. At this time, I'd like to invite a few special guests up to the stage one by one to present letters of commendation and special recognition to Chairman Hruby and Ferzan. First up, please welcome Caitlin Fliss. She will present a proclamation from Governor Mike DeWine. Thank you, Caitlin. Next up, Dawn Baker with State Auditor Keith Faber's proclamation.
Good afternoon. On behalf of State Auditor Keith Faber, I'd like to present this proclamation to both the chairman and committee. Congratulations on the 70th anniversary.
Next up, Dustin Russell will present Secretary of State Frank LaRosa's commendation.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon, everyone. It's a privilege to join you here today on behalf of Ohio Secretary of State Frank LaRosa, celebrating the 70th anniversary of the Ohio Turnpike, a road that has certainly shaped Ohio's history, economy, and the future, and dare I say, that of the country. I'll spare the brief history lesson here for everyone because we're going to get plenty of that later, but I will add, as a note, Director, the initial bond that was offered on this fine road was the largest at the time in U.S. history, and that was $320 million for one shot. So this is just in 1 year that you're doing, so my times have changed. You know, certain important things have happened on this great road over the years, from the triumphant return of Miss America Jacqueline Meyer in 1962 to the free cups of coffee that we get on New Year's in 1967, dating every year forward, to the unbelievable work of our maintenance crews in 1977, which took 77 hours nonstop work to reopen all 241 miles of the road to connect our communities after that unbelievable storm. All of these things are done because of the hard work and dedication of a lot of people whose names will go unmentioned today. And thank you very much for representing those people and saying those names. And especially, I will add the State Highway Patrol and our law enforcement and first responders for the exceptional risk that they display each and every day as they keep our roads safe, and especially on a major road such as the Ohio Turnpike that serves so many cars, and it's a major intersection in this country, and the special challenges that that represents. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's to 70 more years of a great road that represents Ohio, that has made it a manufacturing superpower, an agricultural superpower, and a major player for commerce in this country. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dustin. Is Lindsay Carr here yet? She hasn't arrived yet? Okay. We'd like to acknowledge a proclamation from Attorney General Dave Yost. Lindsay Carr from his office will be joining us after the program due to a prior commitment. But we did receive a proclamation from Attorney General Dave Yost. Next up is Luann Cook. Please welcome Luann as she presents a letter of recognition from Senate President Rob McCauley and Senator Tom Patton.
Thank you, everyone. This is actually from the entire Senate. It's signed by President McCauley and Senator Patton. And I will yield my time back because I don't want to take a lot more time, but congratulations. It takes a lot of people to pull these things, and the event committee, and it's just such a lovely day and a lovely event today. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Luann. We also have several certificates of special congressional recognition. First up, Max Kovacs, representing Senator Bernie Moreno. Representing Congressman Bob Latta, Andy Headthorn.
And I will just say on behalf of Congressman Bob Latta and our entire office, congratulations on reaching this tremendous milestone. And here's to 70 more years of safe and efficient travel throughout the greatest state in our union. So thank you.
We received several other certificates of special congressional recognition from U.S. Senator John Husted, as well as Congressman Max Miller and Congresswoman Marcy Kaptur. Even though they couldn't be here today, we appreciate their support.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Ohio Turnpike Commission has 10 members. 6 members are appointed by the governor. The 7th member is the Director of Transportation. We have a member from the Ohio House of Representatives, state Speaker's office, Senate President, and then the Governor's Budget Director is a member as well. The leader of the Ohio Turnpike is the Chairman of the Ohio Turnpike Commission. It is my honor and privilege to introduce the Chairman. I'll say a couple of words first. Chairman Hruby has been the Chairman of the Commission since 2011 when he was appointed by Governor John Kasich to that post. During his time as Chairman, he has overseen some of the most transformational projects that the Commission has undergone, including our most recent toll conversion, and prior to that, in the Kasich administration, the Jobs and Transportation Plan. On a personal level, I can tell you that in the last 6.5 years that it has been my privilege to be the director of this organization, I have grown personally and professionally from the guidance and wisdom of Chairman Hruby. I cannot think of someone who is a bigger proponent of the Ohio Turnpike or a bigger defender of the reputation of the Ohio Turnpike. He takes that very personally, and it filters down to all of us. I also could not ask for a more supportive and better friend than Chairman Jerry Hruby. So give an Ohio Turnpike welcome to our chairman, the Honorable Jerry Hruby.
Good afternoon. You know, I got to dispel some rumors. There were rumbling going on in the back of the room as I was back there for a little bit. This is totally not true, what some of you were talking about. I understand that you thought that the mayor of Berea and Mr. Haslam were here, and that we were going to move from the great city of Berea to Brook Park, the mayor of Brook Park, our headquarters. That's not true, and nor is it true that with the lobbying of Jack Marchbanks, we're not moving the Turnpike Commission to Columbus or Cincinnati. So we're here to stay. Just wanted you to be aware of that. Somebody said they thought that Mr. Haslam was here, and then they found out later on it was Lieutenant Reeder of the State Highway Patrol. So I guess they look a little bit alike. Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed an honor and a privilege for me to represent this fine commission that oversees the operation of the Ohio Turnpike and Infrastructure Commission. The Ohio Turnpike does direct business with so many. And for those of you that are elected officials, appointed officials, I want you to realize something that I didn't realize until I became a member of the commission. The direct business operation of the Ohio Turnpike is a wonderful generating, revenue gathering, so to speak, entity in the state of Ohio. The total includes, and listen to these figures, $448 million in revenues, mostly from tolls, which is distributed throughout the various local communities. Meanwhile, vendors at the Ohio Turnpike, 14 service plazas, generate $291.7 million in revenue. That includes $214 million in fuel sales and $78 million in restaurant, gift shops, and vending sales. The service plaza vendors also employ nearly 1,200 workers, along with the 800 employees of the Ohio Turnpike. On an average, about 140,000 vehicles travel the Ohio Turnpike each day, and the total number of trips each year is about 51 million. Vehicles traveling the Turnpike annually generate about, as I said, $40 million. State and federal fuel taxes, which is money that goes directly to our local governments for their infrastructure, their road programs. It's easy to see why Ohio is considered the first superhighway, and it's made such a lasting impact upon the revenues of the state and upon the development of the state of Ohio. Those who perished, I'd like to mention now. Over the years, many people have died in traffic crashes along the turnpike. Although it is a safe road, incidents still happen. Our employees are in harm's way each and every day as they step alongside the road, working with vehicles traveling by at 80 and 90 miles an hour at times. The state highway patrolmen risk their lives each and every day, not knowing what they're stopping, not knowing who's in that vehicle that they have stopped. Over the years, we've lost civilians working for the turnpike, tow truck drivers, and other staff. So I just want to take and ask you to join me in a moment of silence as we remember those that lost their lives on the Ohio Turnpike these past 70 years. Thank you. As we look back at the opening of the Turnpike, it was on this date in 1955. It was a dramatic moment in both state and national transportation history. About 1,000 people gathered at the Westlake Toll Plaza under a full harvest moon. Among the dignitaries present were Governor Frank Lausche and the original chairman, James W. Shaughnessy, for whom the road was later named in 1976. Chairman Shaughnessy, by all accounts, was a man with great vision and a man who paid close attention to detail. The Turnpike was a commitment he made for most of his life. That is why at 11:59 p.m. on September 30th, 1955, Shaughnessy got the Turnpike two-way radio to call out, as they would on the opening, to test the opening. He oversaw each and every detail of that opening. He was determined to meet the deadline, and that's why he scheduled opening precisely at 12:01 a.m. As we will hear, it was after the stroke of midnight when Governor Lausche, standing on a platform at the Westgate terminal for the Turnpike, raised his voice and his arms towards the sky and declared, "Remove all barricades, open the gates, and let the traffic flow." You'll be hearing that in just a few minutes. In part, the Turnpike was authorized by an act in order to remove, and listen what it said, in order to remove the hazards on congested highways in this state, to facilitate traffic, to promote agricultural and industrial development, and to provide for the general welfare by sight distance, multiple lanes in each direction, grade separations with other highways and railroads. Financing the Ohio Turnpike was completed on July 29th, 1952, when the Commission issued $326 million State of Ohio Turnpike revenue bonds. By 1954, engineers and construction crews worked at it feverishly paced, and there were as many as 10,000 workers working on the job at one time. 4 major river crossings connected the Turnpike, along with 38 stream crossings and several types of uncooperative soils. Crews in Williams and Fulton counties, for example, faced several obstacles which were originally glacier-fed black swamps. They had to dig through the remains of peat bogs, one of them more than 70 feet of spongy soil in order to reach a firm base. The wider river valley to cross was in the Cuyahoga Valley in Summit County, that long bridge that goes across the valley. It is the longest structure in our turnpike and of the project. It was set in a half mile along the bridge and opened at the time that it opened, it was 2,682 feet across. Also in this site was the first construction project. Ground was broken there on August 27th, 1952, in the west bank of the river of Boston Township, just north of the village of Peninsula. On October 28th, 1953 was also an important day in Ohio Turnpike history. In 1954, the commission decided to open a 20-mile section of Mahoning County between the juncture of the Ohio and Pennsylvania Turnpike, the interchange with the State Route 18, 9 miles west of Youngstown. The factor in this decision was to gain experience on how to operate the highway. The State Highway Patrol was part of it, our maintenance group was part of it, our tolling was part of it. They tested each and every aspect of the turnpike. As a result, at 2:10 p.m. on December 1st, 1954, the preview opened. A busload of reporters accompanied the official party across the trip 21 miles. That scene would again be created on September 10th and into October 1st after the stroke of midnight, when the dream of a cross-state superhighway became fully realized. On time and under budget, with the opening of the turnpike at the West Gate, as I said, on October 1st, 1955. I'm going to close by recalling the words of Chairman Shaughnessy as he paid tribute to the people who made this highway possible, and I quote, "This highway is another accomplishment in the great galaxy of accomplishments where Americans have been making ever since our nation first took form. Labor, capital, management, engineers, contractors, attorneys, bankers, political leaders all contributed to the development of this project. The backbone of the Ohio Turnpike are our employees, our administrative staff, the commission, the Ohio State Highway Patrol, those companies that do our designs and do our construction, our state legislature, our governors, all together, working together to create 70 wonderful years.
Thank you, Chairman Hruby. We can all appreciate the massive effort it took to build the Ohio Turnpike and its many facilities across northern Ohio. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's hear it one more time for our Chairman and Executive Director. We'd also like to recognize two commission members, Jerry Norot from ODOT and Paul DeSantis from the Office of Budget and Management. Chairman Hruby referenced this historic event in his speech. So right now, we'd like to acknowledge it. We'd like to share with you, all of you at this moment in time, which took place at the far western edge of the Ohio Turnpike at the Westgate Toll Plaza near the Ohio-Indiana border. It was 12:01 a.m., just after the stroke of midnight, when on a raised platform with more than 1,000 onlookers, Chairman James W. Shaughnessy introduced then-Governor Frank B. Lausche. Let's all take a listen to the historic recording from the Ohio Turnpike archives, and then we'll hear another performance from Brett Benson and the Titans Marching Band.
It is with humble pride that I now direct the Ohio Turnpike interchange personnel to stand by, prepare to open the gates and admit traffic to the Ohio Turnpike, and Governor Lausche gives the signal. Governor Lausche.
In the name of the people of Ohio, I now officially open the Ohio Turnpike from the Indiana to the Pennsylvania border. I welcome motorists from all over the country to use this great thoroughfare. To the millions of people from all over this great North American continent who will travel this way in the years to come, as Governor of Ohio, I say welcome to the Ohio Turnpike. Men at your posts, remove all barricades, open the gates and let the traffic flow.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, the Berea Mid-Park High School Marching Band under the direction of Brett Benson. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our program. Thank you very much for attending today.